What's up, guys? Welcome in and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are completely new, hello, I'm sincerely Niko, and in today's video we have a special guest.
What's up, y'all? I'm Devon Latrell, aka Slay Your Way.
So I have Slay Your Way on my channel. He is one of the beauty boys here in Atlanta. I've known him for about a year, about a year now.
Yeah, about a year.
About a year. We're burning down! So I've known him for about a year now, and he's one of the fellow boys, beauty boys in Atlanta, the real beauty boys of Atlanta, which was the original group of all of us beauty boys. But you know how Phaedra had to go and do some things, and Kenya's twirling, and you know. And you know me, I'm very much Candy. Who said that? But we used to call ourselves the Real Housewives, Real Beauty Boys of Atlanta, which that group is no longer standing anymore. But anyways, I've known him since about a year, since the brunch, and I'm just so happy to have him on my channel. And we're going to be actually doing a look using the Moon Spell palette from Lunar Beauty. So if you guys are interested on the new launches from Lunar Beauty and seeing two beauty boys who worked with Lunar Beauty before create a look, then definitely keep on watching.
You used to call me on mine. You used to. Yeah.
Alright, so as you can see here, this is the Moon Spell palette. It is a 15 color palette that retail price for that retail price for $48.
Yeah, look at this palette. Look at this palette. Can you wait for the packaging, the outside?
The packaging is just
like
it is ridiculous.
Lunar Beauty always kills the packaging. Every last palette they have, the Strawberry Dream palette, the packaging was killed on that.
Well, before we even start throwing claims out here, let's compare Life's a Drag. Simple, basic, holographic, his eyes. It just gives life. Life of Drag is embossed. Pretty. 45 for the first one. So it was simple, 14 pan, medium size mirror, a double-ended brush. Simple. Starter pack.
Pop color.
Pop of color, neutral. Then of course you had the Goddess palette, which I don't have, and I'm pretty sure you don't have as well either, which was his neutral palette, but it was very much bronze goldy.
Right.
I'm pretty sure everything was embossed. He had like Medusa head on the top of it. I could pop a picture up here so you guys can see what we talk about. And then we have the Strawberry Dream. This is my favorite palette so far from Lunar Beauty. I just love this. The moon is in rays. The clouds are embossed. You can feel Strawberry Dream. You can feel the clouds. You can feel the moon. Embossed.
Okay, it pops out. Okay.
The back of it is simple. It gives you information about the brand. Keep in mind, these are color palettes. These are not eyeshadow palettes because the pigmentation, certain chemicals and certain dyes in them can stain your lid. So be aware of that. These are not eyeshadow palettes. These are color pigment palettes. And then of course you have this 15 pan.
Beautiful.
Oof.
Look at this palette.
15 pan large mirror. Just beautiful. I dip heavy into Blue Diamond. Like that is my favorite shade. Blue Diamond.
I love you. I love her little pink flash. That pink shade in this palette is everything.
So, being that this is his last launch, which was summer launch, we're going to kind of compare this to this. So, we're going to compare the two together. I'm going to hold them up. I'm going to try to hold them up without.
I'm going to hold them. Okay.
So, here's the comparison. A lot of people said that the Moon Spell is so pastel is giving like spring, but when you're putting this next to the Strawberry Dream palette, it does not give spring at all. It gives fall, but gives like a transitional soft autumn fall kind of vibe. It has its neutrals in here, it has greens, it has purples, but there's no pinks, there's no reds, there's no oranges. Oranges and reds usually give me fall, but also it can also give summer as well too. But
especially depending on what the color story is in the palette.
Right, and being that this is like a witchy theme type of ordeal or Halloween autumn kind of vibe, I feel like this is perfect for it because a lot of witches wear a lot of purples
and greens
and blacks. They never really will be in reds. that's too much for like vampires. So I'm pretty sure he didn't want to go that route when it came down to creating this palette. And I just love the fact that it stayed true to the previous one, 15 pan. It has major great details as far as names on the palettes in the same locations as the other previous palette. They're in that slanted left side. Just the packaging itself. This had press, what is it? I would call press details on the shadows. So this had a moon and stars on the shadows. The newer palette does not have that. It's just simple pressed shadows on there. But I feel like the most of his money was spent on the bulk of the packaging and the outside. Like it literally looks
like a book,
and
like
feel like a book.
Right. So like when I was younger, the reason this palette speaks to me is that when I was younger, y'all can call me weird or whatever, but I really was watching all kinds of witch stuff. Everything that came out with Happy Witches, The Craft, Bewitched, The Witches, everything that came out with just Twitches, all of that.
All of that.
So, and I used to have a spell book. Me and my best friend used to, have a little spell book that we made. It was fake, of course, but
y'all used to make your own spells.
Yes, okay, period. To steal spells from movies. Okay, right. But yeah, this is everything.
It is, and I wish we can be able to decipher a little bit more about everything that's dealing with the packaging. Like, but I'm not really too much into like symbolism, and I know probably like anyone who out there is very much into like Wiccan will probably be able to decipher this a lot more than I am. But I ain't a true witch. I just think it's just magical to me.
Right, I agree.
But other than that, I just think this is a really dope palette. I feel like this has been thought of, been birthed properly, and just
like on this palette is like making you feel like having your own book of shadows, like your own grimoire. Like
just okay.
I'm here.
All right, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and hop off camera real quickly. I'm pretty sure you got to place on your brows.
Yes.
I got to place on my brows.
Yes.
We got to prime the face.
Right.
Prime the face. And then we're going to be right back to jump right on into this eyeshadow palette and create a spellboundful look.
Let's go.
So, be right back. All right, so we are back. Brows are on. We're going to go ahead and get into priming. We're going to prime with the ABH eyeshadow primer.
The base of all bases.
And I'm just going to give this a fair run for their money. So while we're priming, we're gonna tell you what look we're gonna create. Because we're gonna create an identical look but use different colors. And here's the photo inspiration that we're creating. Is based off of Thomas Halbert and his wonderful loving boyfriend.
Well, one of the Carlos is his own self, so we're gonna call him Carlos. His name's
Carlos. Well, I mean, I personally don't have that much interaction with Carlos. I have more interaction with Thomas.
Okay, well, I knew Thomas first, but I was more mutuals with Carlos.
Yeah, see, I knew Thomas first, and I followed Carlos second after we became a part of this group for Hush, the company Hush. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I know Hush.
They had this little beta app testing thing with certain people, and me and Carlos was in there together. We wasn't on the same team, but our photos, his photos will come across my timeline and vice versa for him. So I've known of Carlos for about over a year plus now.
Same.
But I just never really have that many interactions with him personally.
He's dope though. I like his vibe and like his whole aesthetic that he does is real different.
It's very different, and he just gives me like Smoke King vibes
Period.
all day. Like I get high every day, don't give a fuck about the world.
Right.
That'd be somebody I would hang with, even though I don't smoke.
Well, that's my life. I'm really living my life to smoke all day and give a fuck about nothing.
I mean, that was my life when I was younger and in college. I'm telling my age. Let me shut up. But that was my life when I was younger. I did participate in those medicinal activities.
Yes, definitely medicinal.
Okay. I think I am ready. How's it going over here?
I'm almost there. Hold up, I'm a little slow. I can't talk and work.
So you really add a lot on.
Not really. I want to like a little dot. It just spreads out a lot. But you have concealer on your lid, don't you?
I have. I mean, I mix it in. When it reach up to my brows, it mix in. But I done added 2 layers.
2 layers.
And I'm about to add another one.
I ain't never tried to use a hefty amount of this before because I only got the mini size. And I'm not on PR. I need to, so I gotta pay for this, girl. She only put real sparingly, okay?
Child, I got 4 of them. Well, 3 other ones floating around.
I know you got one with each arena palette, right?
And this is the one I got with the Alyssa Edwards palette. I'm still working on it.
It's like a life, period.
I guess. As long as they don't expire. Have me right here with skin tags and pink eye, just so I can get the look.
Okay.
So, what are some things in the beauty community you wish that you can change or control?
Instagram, I hate it. Instagram, I just feel like Instagram, the way, I don't know, maybe because it's just very saturated, but I just feel like, period. I just feel like growth on Instagram is almost non-existent.
I agree.
And I just feel like you can't, it's like, I can't post and then constantly post on my own and feel like I can grow. Like I have to get reposted from other people or, shared in people's stories. Period.
We're about to get into this. So let me, hold on quickly and just kind of get it centered. Then I'll get a still of it. And then when we talk about the color we're using, it's gonna pop up here. Yeah.
Okay. More editing.
I wholeheartedly feel you on that because it is ridiculous. Like I've been on Instagram for about 4 years now, and yeah, I had a previous page before this one, and I kind of agree with you. Then again, I kind of disagree with you because it's all about how much effort you put into it as well too. Like this page that I'm currently on, which is this page here, shameless promo. I've had this page for about 1 year and 4 months. Now, doing the math, that's 18 months. I gained 100 followers each month. Okay. And it's because I put the work into it. And if you really want it, you'll make your way. And I'm not trying to say that what you're not doing is not valid or is not right. It's just some people have different ways of doing certain things. And I just knew one day, eventually, this page will blow up to what it needs to be, but I have to keep the momentum growing because I have to prove something to someone, which was my ex-boss. She didn't care for my social media. She didn't care for who I was on YouTube or Instagram. She thought I wanted to be Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Famous. And then, lo and behold, I made Sephora Squad. And
what are you doing? Still managing?
Period. So no shade to her at all, but everyone who I've come in contact with at my jobs know that this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do, and I just got to figure out how to make it work in the timely manner for myself. And I figure out a little bit of Instagram. Still working on it, but I figured out a little bit about Instagram. But YouTube is really the beast.
Yeah, that's where I'm trying to get off.
Alright guys, so this pretty much completes the look here. Just real simple, real gothic, real I put a spell on you and now you're mine.
Now you're mine.
You know. How do you feel? How do you feel about this palette?
I feel like the palette. I really like the palette. I feel like so I did use the greens in this palette, and I feel like they're bold. They blend this both together. They weren't patchy at all. Sometimes the green, especially like a light green, can be a little patchy.
Why are you looking at the models? You need to be looking at the camera.
Hey. So I mainly, of course, I'll use the greens in this palette, and I feel like a lot of times greens can be like kind of patchy, and I feel like these greens were like so smooth, so buttery. They blended together really nicely. A plus, the palette, the whole concept is, like I said, my whole childhood in that palette. So I'm digging that. Period.
I think that the purples definitely gave me what I needed to give. If there was just probably one more deeper purple in this palette, it would have been perfect. I feel like the neutrals in here could have been kind of X'd out. So Kiki, Winifred, and Sarah could have been something completely different. Probably a deeper purple,
a
black, and a deeper green.
Yeah.
And it would have been just a green and purple palette, of course, but it would have gave you that witchy vibe. But I feel like that's just something that we as consumers would see and would want, but again, we're not the brand owners. So this is what Manny had a vision for this palette, and ultimately I feel like this is a really beautiful palette. This is it. The purples, get into his eye. The purple blended out perfectly. The only issue I had was with Sarah. Sarah kind of gave me a little issue, but Sarah's on the eye and she looks okay. She looks good. And I use Sabrina, I use Paige, and Sarah for my look. And you use what?
I used Marnie and Bonnie.
Marnie and Bonnie for your look. So he used he used 2 shadows, and I used 4 technically. We also use Prue.
Oh yeah,
we also pop Prue
on the inner corner.
On the inner corner, just to kind of give that glitz and glam for this particular look. So, how do you feel? A plus, B?
I would say I'll give it an A.
You give it an A?
I'll give it an A. I feel like I really would have like a black in this palette, because I feel like that witchy vibe. I feel like a black would have really like popped it off. But I do see that vibe that he was giving, some neutrals for the neutral girls, for the everyday, person.
Right, and I feel like that middle row is for your everyday girl, that neutral middle row, and then of course you have your vibrant pops of colors on the top and bottom row, and can't be mad at it at all. And I definitely wholeheartedly feel how you feel about this palette. This palette definitely screams a lot of childhood memories for me, especially Kiki Delivery Service.
That's great. That's probably the only thing in this palette that I've never seen. Kiki's Delivery Service.
You gotta be out of here.
But the whole charm thing, Bonnie, Marnie, Nancy, the craft, all of that's all my thing. But Kiki, I ain't never seen Kiki.
I bind you, Nancy, from doing harm and harm to others.
Harm to yourself. Okay, period.
Craft was my
air, fire, water.
Craft was my favorite movie. I love Kiki Delivery Service. I love Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I love Sabrina.
Charm is in this palette. We have Harry Potter in this palette.
Oh, Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
That was my movie, okay, every year.
Just, man, you outdid yourself with this packaging, the palette, the naming. We just wish there was a black, a deeper purple, and a deeper green. And it would have gave us life.
Perfection.
How do you feel about the liquid lipsticks and the glosses? Because you have on Witch Bitch.
Yes.
You have on Witch Bitch with Enchanted. I have on Wicked with Enchanted. And we kind of did that K-pop puckered ordeal, where we pop the color in the center and then we just kind of blend it out and put a gloss on top.
Period.
How do you feel about the liquid lipsticks?
I love the formula. I hate an extra matte formula where I'm like, I'm dry. I have dry lips naturally anyway, but I like stuff that can leave me, hydrating. And the gloss is everything. Just like the previous gloss, it's so hydrating on the lips. It's so moisturizing. But then that little glimmer on the little purple shits.
The enchantment, yeah, that definitely gave me a little
Okay.
It put me in a little distress.
Okay.
This is my first time trying out their liquid lipsticks. I think these are very pigmented. I love the smell of it. I didn't really notice the smell in the Dreaming.
I did.
It's in there too.
Yeah,
the same fragrance is in there. So I really didn't pay attention to that the first time I tried their glosses, but opening the liquid lipsticks and smelling the liquid lipsticks and having that whiff of that cotton candy,
that vibe. Yeah.
that sweet aromatic vibe of these.
A lot of time, fragrance is not always good in makeup, but there are certain things like lip products or like a blush, something that add that little extra
fragrance.
fruitiness.
It'll make you feel good.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and hop off camera. Definitely slide over to our Instagram to peep the photo of these looks because it's gonna be
sickening. Period.
So please go ahead and slide over to my Instagram, which is x0niko, and
mine is at _slay your way.
There's gonna be 2 different photos. He's gonna have one on his page. I'm gonna have one on my page. You gotta
follow both.
Check both out.
Notifications for both.
Turn them on, daughter.
Okay.
But we're gonna end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming over, Slay Your Way. I really appreciate him. And if you guys want to see more videos with Slay Your Way, just comment down below to bring back Slay.
I'll definitely be back if you want to see this mug. Period. These two together. Period.
Alright guys, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye.
Bye y'all.
I can only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city,